Showing all working and without using a calculator, solve the equation z square plus 2 search 6 z plus 8 equals to 0. Giving your answer in the form of x plus iy, where x and y are real and exact. Okay, 3 marks for that. So, okay, let's start. Oops. Okay, now, okay, z is z square plus 2 search 6 z plus 8 equals to 0. So let's use completing the square and form a equation, okay, and then try to solve them. Okay, so z square plus 2 search 6 z plus 2 search 6 z plus 2 search 6 over 2 square minus 2 search 6 over 2 square plus 8 equals to 0. Okay, so we have to solve at the same time. The answer must be in this form. So completing the square is the best method for us to approach. So therefore, z square plus 2 search 6 z plus search 6 times by search 6, which is 6, and then minus search 6 times by search 6, which is 6, and then plus 8 equals to 0. So couple this and make it into a formula or a quadratic equation. So 2 search 6 z plus 6, and then minus 6 plus 8 equals to. So simplify this to z plus 2, z plus search 6, okay, square plus 2 equals 0. So z plus search 6 square equals to negative 2. So bring this over. So z plus search 6 equals to square root of negative 2. So z equals to negative 6 plus search 2i, or negative 6 minus search 2i. Okay, these will be your final answer. Okay, let's sketch the Argand diagram. So you have Im, which is I, and then your real axis is over here, and we have negative search 2i, and then positive search 2i, and we have y-axis, or the y-coordinate on the y-axis, which is the real axis, as search negative search 6. Okay, so we have 3 points. So let's plot the points. So this one, first one, this is your second one, this is the third one. So there you go. Okay, so I'll label this as Z1, I'll label this as Z2. Okay, that's done, and that will be theta 1, and that's theta 2. Okay, in the next part, the points representing the roots A and B and O is the origin. O is the origin. Find the angle AOB. So basically these 3 roots, Z1, Z2. So I'm going to label that as ABC. Okay, let's use a separate color. So let's say that's A, and this is B, and that's O. Find the angle subtended, okay, between these 3, which is AOB. So basically what they're looking for is the angle AOB, which is theta 1 plus theta 2. Okay, that's the angle that they are looking at. Okay, now to find the angle, so we have to use opposite. So theta 1, so you have opposite over adjacent. Okay, so that's tangent. So tangent theta 1 equals to opposite, which is search 2 over search 6. Okay, over search 6. Okay, we don't have to put the negative. Negative will just give us a negative angle, which doesn't mean anything. Okay, negative is basically the the quadrant that it is in, or the angle is negative. That's all. It's not about the quadrant that is in, it's about the angle that is negative. So we can take out the negative, no problem, because the question requires what is the angle here, and it's a positive value. Okay, so if I do this, so to find theta 1, we have shift tangent, okay, sec 2 over sec 6, and theta 1 equals to 30 degrees or pi over 6. Okay, I'm going to keep it in angle degrees. Okay, so if that's first one is 30 degrees, the second one is also the same value, which is opposite. Okay, in this case it's negative over negative, and that gives us positive. So that's another sec 2, which is 30 degrees. So therefore angle AOB equals to 60 degrees. Okay, the last part of the question, prove that triangle AOB is equilateral. Okay, we know equilateral triangle, okay, some of the features are all three sides are equal. So basically the length are equal, and then the angle are equal. Okay, so I'm going to work here with, since we have the coordinate, I'm going to work here with the length. So let's work with length OA. Okay, what is the length of OA? O is 0 0, and then A is, if we look at A, we have negative 6 and positive 2. Okay, sec 2, negative 6 and positive sec 2i. Okay, so negative 6 sec 6 square plus positive 2 sec 2i. We don't have to put the I. So from there we get sec 6 times by sec 6, which is 6, plus 2, and the answer is square root of 8. Okay, so now let's look at the length for OB. Okay, OB. Okay, O to B. Okay, so same method. So length of OB. Okay, so same thing, but this time it's negative 6 and negative sec 2. So negative sec 6 square plus negative sec 2 square. Okay, since it's square, doesn't matter, it does not matter whether it's negative or positive, it will give us a positive value. So square root of 6 and then square root of sec 2 times sec 2, which is positive 2. So your answer is square root of 8 again. Okay, and finally the last one, the length of, okay, A to B. Okay, basically this length, okay, A to B, what is that length? Okay, if that's also sec 8, then that shows that this triangle is indeed an equilateral triangle. So let's find out what is the length of AB. So we have AB as between A to, let's say this point here as X. I'll just take it as X. So B to X, okay, B to X, okay, which is BX, the length of BX, and the length of XB, and plus the length of XB. Okay, B to X is the vertical length, so it should be sec 2, okay, and plus the length of X to B, which is also apparently sec 2. Okay, so I'm going to add these two, sec 2 plus sec 2, which is 2 sec 2. Okay, rationalize this. Okay, so that should be so 2 square, if I put that inside, it should be 2 square times by 2. So it should be sec 2 times by 2 square, which is 2 times by sec 4, which is sec 4 times by 2 equals to sec 8. Okay, so that shows these three length are equal, so therefore triangle AOB is indeed an equilateral triangle.